Hello everyone, this is Maryann here from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. Wherever you are in the world, a huge shout out to you. I've got a lot to get through today. I want to quickly take a look at the astrology chart for the 13th, 14th or 14th of February, depending on where you are in the world. Pluto and Mars are exact and they're forming squares to the moon in Aries. It's a very volatile chart. I just want to quickly show you that because I think that we're going to either get major breaking news on someone very well known, because all these planets are in Aquarius, the collective, the people, or we could see some kind of, I don't want to say attack. Israel is poised to invade Rafah in the Gaza, where all the refugee camps are. What is, the Middle East is very volatile. There are just a number of issues. Let's say that this might encompass, including some kind of cyber attack. Let's just take a quick look. Now, I do want to say to you that astrology isn't absolutely predictive. I can make a prediction which may be right or may be wrong through my clairvoyance and intuition and cards. But when I look at a chart, I'm looking for pieces of a jigsaw that will fit together to give an indication of what the overall picture is. So please bear in mind that when you're listening to astrology charts, they can show us themes and indications, but it does take clairvoyance and intuition to hone in. And maybe we'll look in the cards what that event or volatility might mean. But let's look at the overall themes or tensions here in this chart. I've cast it over Washington. Wherever you are in the world, the planets will be in the same signs, and the aspects will be correct wherever you are in the world. What changes when you look at a different location is when you chart a location is you will get conditions that are specific to a place, and in this case Washington. So we're not going to look at the houses. The houses give the indication of what might be going on in a particular location. We'll just look at the planets and the aspects. So we have here Pluto and Mars here exact at 0 degrees in Aquarius. Why is this a big deal? Well, it hasn't been seen, Pluto and Mars at 0 degrees, hasn't been seen for 140 years. The last time we saw this, we had an eruption of a major earthquake, an eruption of Krakatoa. Now, I'm not saying we're going to get a major earthquake, but we have had in the lead up to this relatively minor in relation to Krakatoa anyway, minor earthquakes occurring, including in Melbourne in Australia, which was felt in Melbourne, Florida. So strange things are going on with our Earth. It is perhaps a sign, if I look at it esoterically, a sign of the tensions and conflicts that we're seeing around the world at this time. I do feel that because we have this stellium of planets here in Aquarius, that this is something that's going to affect the world. It's going to be something that we will hear about and know about. The squares in this case is, of course, to the moon in Aries. The moon is our feelings, our spiritual pathways. It can also be the feminine. Perhaps what we might see is breaking news regarding someone that we all know, a celebrity, something that we're not expecting. Somebody comes forward with a powerful expose. We also have a square to Jupiter in Taurus. Can be the financial financial banks, banking systems. We might see a cyber attack, for example. Whatever is going to occur, it shows that there is this expansionary aspect to it. And we have Mercury here also in Aquarius, and this is squaring Uranus. Unpredictable lightning speed changes, things that come in literally like lightning and like a bolt out of the blue. So I think it is fair to say that we could see something emerge, and I can say we might see multiple events as well. Venus squaring the moon could be an expose about a well-known person around relationships. We had the whole month of January taken up with the release of names on the Epstein list. Is there more to come on Epstein's list? I absolutely guarantee there's more to come. And so we might see that major expose. We have so much going on with the royal family, for example, in the UK. There are memes about where is Princess Catherine. We've seen nothing. She hasn't been seen, hasn't been photographed. There's so much there that when I draw cards, I see something that is being hidden from us. What is this? Is this going to concern one of the royals? Are we going to get information on one of the royals and their battles, either with health or whatever else they're battling with? We have so many armed conflicts around the world. Are we going to see some kind of breakout? I won't say rapid. I guess rapid fire, literally rapid developments in any of these armed conflicts. We have Putin admitting that he invaded Ukraine because he feels that Ukraine is part of Russia. And he talked about the former Soviet Union, which of course would involve other European countries like Poland. At the same time, we have the ex-president of the US saying, I would encourage Russia to do whatever the hell they want to anyone who's not paying their dues in NATO, threatening to withdraw the US from NATO. And that is a very serious thing that he has said at this time. So I think we're living in volatile times, and I feel that we're going to get something major breaking over the 13th, 14th, even toward the 15th of February. Again, astrology can only give you an indication of what we're seeing, but there is so much conflict there with those squares between so many of the planets that what we're going to see afterwards is a learning. And when things come up from the surface and explode, we then have to heal or learn from whatever has occurred. And so I feel that is also the purpose of these tensions that we're seeing right now. So Pluto, the underworld, power, Mars, aggression, driving things forward, an expression of, we're going to see a powerful expression of something. And whether that is, as I said, could be cyber, could be an attack of some sort, could even be another earthquake, as I said, or it could be an expose. And I cast that chart over Washington. So in that location, we might have multiple events, some sort of expose occurring around someone very well known. All right, let's get on with the tarot now. Where do we want to start? So much to read on. Also want to welcome new subscribers. They're coming from all over the world. This is very much a egalitarian global community. So welcome to new subscribers, and as always, fondness to all my existing and loyal subscribers and viewers. If you're not subscribed, click that subscribe button, and give me a thumbs up as well. If you can, that helps. It helps spread the videos a little bit further on YouTube. Okay, so where are we going to go first? Oh, there's a couple of things that I just want to mention here that I'm just getting intuitive hits on. I have been thinking for the last couple of days about Volodymyr Zelensky. He's made major changes to his commander in general, his commander of his forces. He's replaced him with a ground force commander. But I do feel that in Ukraine, it's just been such a Herculean task, and the delay in funding from the US. They've, in the meantime, been getting 50 billion from the EU. But when you look at how many personnel, 3 million, over 3 million in the Russian army, and I know that Ukraine's having trouble getting soldiers on the ground now, so they've lost so many. This is a battle that, if it does stall and Putin does take Ukraine, he will not stop there. And I do believe the ex-president of the US has been put there to completely shake up the world order and allow dictators like Putin, who of course is not popular in his own country, has to rig elections. He's a dictator. Allow him to march forward. So where are we going to go? Where are we going to go first? I want to see, let's just go with the Ukraine funding. Now that's been held up in the US Congress, been tied up with all the shenanigans. I mean, that's a polite word for it. Nonsense, BS, whatever, wherever, however you want to put it, that goes on in the US Congress as a result of a opposition party that is overrun by extremists. This is what I've said for years. If you allow extremism, you have a breakdown of democracy, and ultimately a breakdown of the rule of law. Okay, so let's have a look here. Will the Ukraine funding give us some good news? There's plenty of blue lines in that chart. Are we going to see Ukraine get some funding from the US? More than anything, Putin needs an absolute commitment from America that it's standing behind Ukraine, whether that is through, old weaponry they're sending to Ukraine, whether that's pledges of support. That's what he needs to see, because Russian people are increasingly coming forward and being very brave in doing it against the invasion of Ukraine. So we get a good card out, support for that funding, and then we get justice here. Justice. What's coming here at the, Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. In the past, we have the Empress. I've been just talking about Russia. Why does the stability in the world actually matter to any of us, for that matter, when we can all just be isolationists in our own country? Well, think about trade. Think about the ability to keep the markets buoyant and flowing. Thinking about trade, produce, getting goods to your table. War disrupts all of that. And then you just get overlords then, and so the people's power diminish under dictatorships and authoritarian regimes and aggressive military regimes as well. So let's have a look. We get the Ace of Wands. I like this. I think immediate future, we get clashes here This is like just the partisanship. This is, and I'm sorry to see that, but I'm not to the end of this reading. We get the my card, Four of Wands, the Democrats. We're going to get some Republicans voting with Democrats. We get the Four of Pentacles, though, in the environment around the arguments here not to give any more money to Ukraine. They have hit home, literally, and so the loss of the sight of the big picture is there. But I'm not to the end yet. The Wheel of Fortune is in the hopes and fears, but we get the Tower. No, I'm afraid to say the Eight of Swords, that the funding is not going to get through at this time. Do you have the Six of Swords and then the Two of Pentacles? So what you might see is the Tower is just, they can't agree on anything. And the Tower coming down on this question around whether Ukraine internally now is stable after everything they've been through, and the shake-ups there. They're fighting their own internal battles. Why am I thinking about Zelensky? So it doesn't look good. They might get some funding with that Six of Swords there. But when you've got the Tower as the outcome, I'm not seeing a good result at this time for that funding. You can't, when you've got such extremism and partisan goals, everything else falls down, including common sense and the ability to look at things deeper. If you've got a problem, and I do want to say this, someone said, why, they're not, the Supreme Court in America are not even ruling on insurrection. I actually said these are the issues that are likely to arise. And when we look at the issues, we can get a flavour of what the Supreme Court might do. And so far, those issues were canvassed by the Supreme Court in the 14th Amendment argument, which I said I wasn't hopeful that they would uphold. So uphold Colorado. So they're looking for an off-ramp. But anyway, if you can't go into things more deeply, well, first of all, you have to learn enough, be open to learning. And if you're confronted with the problem, a superficial analysis may not fix that problem. And so you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and you learn and you analyze and you use your intuition, process of both of those things to hopefully solve that problem, have the best chance to solve that problem. But if you're just skirting along the surface, believing all the conspiracy theories, can't get agreement on anything, extremism, can't do anything. That's one reason why the US House under extreme leadership has not been able to accomplish anything in its term. So there's a warning there, which will probably fall on deaf ears to anyone who is not committed to this channel and democracy and what we do here. It'll probably fall on deaf ears, but there's enough of us that are awake. We are not asleep at the wheel. All right, so I don't feel very positively about that funding, although with the Six of Swords there, they might get a cut down version. All right, so what about, but Tower would suggest not the result we want. Okay, so Zelensky, show me, how is Zelensky in Ukraine traveling? How's he going? Why has he been on my mind? Okay, so we got the Two of Cups, deals, commitments, and then the Four of Cups, disappointment. So basically, he's very disappointed that Ukraine has fought this Herculean task and is now the subject of derision almost in some camps. And we get the Ten of Pentacles at the foundation of the reading. So again, this is all around money that they need to keep fighting this war. We get the Three of Cups, the supporters in the past. and then we get the Eight of Wands, so in the sky. So this is very rapid news coming forward, and then we get the Sun card. Again, what troubles me around the 14th of February is a major attack on Ukraine. Here's internal fighting as well in his own country, and you could see support amongst Ukrainians, even though they don't want to be invaded. But of course, when things are not going so well, the battlefield has stalled. They look for someone to blame. Hopes and fears, complete and utter downfall. But we get the King of Wands. No, he's okay. I'm glad I got that card. But we get something coming to fruition in time, and then we get money. They're okay. They're okay. Well, they're not okay. Russian soldiers are at their doorstep. But I feel he does get some money from somewhere, or some help from somewhere. This is a person that will not back down. Hermit card, dark tunnel, dark night of the soul. What's that? The Four of Cups. So what was that I looked at there? The cups. Sorry, just a correction. Three of Cups, Five of Cups. Yeah, very much loss. Much loss. Five of Cups is death and people passing over, and then just incredible grief. We get the King of Cups, which is my card for Biden, and news coming soon. I think very much anxiety about support stalling. In funding from the US, because remember, you've got the second most powerful army in the world. Well, Russia and China are after the US, invading their country, a small country. Imagine that. But for the bravery of the Ukrainians, Putin would have succeeded. Now, I want to say there's opposition leaders springing up. Another anti-Ukraine campaigner, advocate is springing up, wanting to challenge Putin at the election. I wonder how long it'll be before he is put in jail. Okay, so but the movement is growing. Everything I look at in Russia tells me that Putin is waging a very risky game at this time internally within Russia. Okay, let's look at the other. The other draw I get is to the ex-president of the United States. Let's move to him. Okay. So in saying that he wanted to encourage Putin to invade whoever he wanted to, and pulling US out of NATO, this again is the fear, that aspect that to everything he does. It's about people fearing him, and that gives him a sense of power. All right, so if Trump was elected, would he pull the US out of NATO? If the ex-president was elected again, would he pull the US out of NATO? So there we get the King of Pentacles. Remember, he got 8-odd million for doing, supposedly from other countries, Saudi, Iran, whoever, China, for supposedly, well, I don't know if it was Iran, but certainly Saudi Arabia and China were mentioned. And he said, well, of course I'm entitled to that money because I did work for them. Open your eyes, everyone. The Star card. Okay, so what is hopeful here is downfall. The Tower card. I asked it, would he pull them out of NATO? And we get the Six of Cups in the past. So there's something around his past here that we need to understand. And we get the Five of Coins, money issues here. The Wheel of Fortune in the immediate future. I said, if he was elected, would he do that? there seems to be some inevitability here that he actually would. And look at this, these two cards in the present and the current environment, toxicity and an inevitability. We get the Three of Swords in the hopes and fears, heartbreak, betrayal, and the Moon card much underneath the surface. Now, the Knight of Wands, and then we get an abuse of power. So, yes, he would do that if he was elected, and you heard the reading. However, he's not going to be elected. We get the Nine of Cups, money, having much money. We get loss and walking away. We get isolation and under investigation. So if he was elected, and all my readings say he won't, that Five of Pentacles up in the sky indicates, again, a monetary difficulty he will be undergoing. So let's move to the ex-president's New York civil fraud case. All right. The ex-president's New York civil fraud case. Let's just cut the deck here. I'm using the Grand Lux Tarot by Cairo Marchetti. I do have the Star Tarot here if I need it as well. All right, so will Trump judge Engoron in New York civil fraud case? Judge Engoron, will he rule? Obviously, there's going to be monetary damages. Will the ex-president lose his business? Will the ex-president lose his business? Will Judge Engoron take away the ex-president's license to do business in New York? Will Judge Engoron take away the ex-president's license to do business in court in New York? Let's just go again. Will Judge Engoron take away the ex-president's license to do business in New York? It's like the tower, but water's flowing through it. So we have the King of Cups. King of Cups, that's somebody that's wise. He will make sure that what he's going to do will be can withstand appeal. He's dotting all his I's, crossing all his T's. We get the Three of Cups. So 2 yes cards straight away. So 3 people. This again could be his adult children as well, not just the ex-president. We get the Two of Cups, deals, handshakes, again, another yes card. We get the 10 of Wands in the past. This has been a long, hard haul for this judge. He's been slandered, threatened, not just him, but his family. We get the Six of Swords in the sky, moving out of troubled waters, and the Sun is the immediate future card. We're going to hear a judgment soon. This is a yes in the immediate future. It's the strongest yes card. We get the Queen of Swords in the here and now. That's the prosecutor. And the environment around is the King of Pentacles. She's the moderator. Okay, the moderator, who's an ex-judge, very esteemed judge, is monitoring his business, and the information she's giving is also being fed to Judge Engoron. We have the Page of Wands in the hopes and fears. I think if the ex-president had his license taken away, he's kind of hoping that his sons can still do the business. But this is the Lovers card as the outcome. That's a yes. The Nine of Pentacles is another yes. And then we get the World card, endings and beginnings, endings, major endings of something. We get lies and deceit. The chief financial officer perjured himself on the stand. We get the truth coming out, and we get an inevitability. And so we start anew after someone's complete and utter downfall. We get the Death card. Look, honestly, he's going to throw the book at him, at the ex-president. He's going to throw the book, and I think he might even take the licenses of the adult offspring away as well. This will be the end of the Trump org in New York, I feel. And of course, there are weighty damages with that Nine of Pentacles as well. So I see at least the ex-presidents not just facing stiff fines, but actually being curtailed in some way from doing business in the future. And I feel that the Monitor has had a lot to do with the information that has been coming forward. She parking of debts, not paying tax. The judge could also recommend some kind of criminal charge as well, tax evasion, criminal charges, over and above what has already been found against. Remember, the Trump org has already been found guilty of tax evasion and tax fraud, business fraud in the criminal court. That's why this Chief Financial Officer Weiselberg went to Rikers for a year. And so he's likely to go back to Rikers because of this perjury. All right, let's do an update. We'll change card decks. I'll look at the Middle East on Thursday. Suffice to say that at any time something could blow up in the Middle East. Over, at any time. This could be what we're seeing on the 14th of February. All right, so let's, it's all containable though, I want to say. Let's go to an update plan. Many of my subscribers follow the UK Royals. If you don't want to listen to this part of the reading, I give you permission to cock off. I'm going to look at Princess Catherine, mainly because of the troubling cards I keep seeing for her, including around, I didn't go into it in my last reading, but I did get the Two of Cups, which is romance, contract, partnerships, love, marriages, and also the Death card there. So let's have a look here. All right, first of all, is Princess Catherine at Sandringham, which is where she is reported to be, but we have not seen nor heard of her since Christmas. All right, so is Princess Catherine at Sandringham? We have here the Prince of Swords, the truth coming out. And then we have the Five of Wands, a lot of dissension, a lot of fighting, a lot of disagreement, obstacles to the truth coming out. Okay. That 14th of February could also bring information on Princess Catherine. The Nine of Pentacles at the heart of the reading, the foundation of the reading. It's almost a bit like the gilded cage. We've got the castle in the background, and she has a dove, a messenger, in her hands. Seemingly everything looks blissful, doesn't it? I have everything I need. But in the past, we have the Two of Wands, something coming to fruition in time. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles, that lifestyle, again, something not completely working out as I first intended. And so we have here a replanning, a redirection here. And we have, look at the sky, the moon and the horses in the sky. A redirection of something is a potential here. And then we get the Five of Cups, which is, I don't know where she is. I mean, these cards I just keep getting terrible cards for her. This is loss. It's grief. It's the Eight of Cups, loss, walking away from something, emotionally bereft. The Princess of Cups, Princess of Cups in the environment around. Surprises can sometimes mean we're going to hear something around matters of the heart. Three of Wands in the hopes and fears. This is a new something waiting for my ship to come in. It's in the hopes and fears. Seems like there's incredible disappointment here. And then we get the Chariot. So she could be at Sandrium. That was the question I asked. But look at these cards, the Two of Pentacles. Exhaustion, burnout, weighing decisions up. She's definitely making decisions. And we get the Ace of Pentacles, new starts. What's going on here? And strength. As always, I do feel she does regain her strength. But look, she's going through something pretty terrible. The Nine of Wands. And we get the Seven of Swords, a lie. Somebody's lying. There's deceit here. The Emperor card, control, and the Three of Pentacles. Perhaps more than one person is lying. We have disappointment and we get abuse of power. We get the Wounded Warrior and Justice. I'm sorry, but this is pointing to she may even be contemplating leaving, completely getting out of the situation that she's in. All right, let's just take a look at is it her marriage, which is, I'm going to say might be where I'm going here, or is where I'm going. Is her marriage in trouble? I'll just pull 4 cards. Is Princess Catherine's marriage in trouble? It's been hard work, heavy lifting for some time. I'm getting the 10 of Wands here. And we get someone unrolling paper, like a decree of some sort. What is this decree? Okay, so is she considering leaving her marriage? Okay, we get the Seven of Cups. Again, choices, having to make hard choices. And we get judgment, inevitability that whatever choice she makes will be difficult. The Ace of Cups is love and emotion, an overflowing of emotion. The Hierophant in the past, the king, not King Charles, but King Lee, into the royal institution is in the past. We get the Ace of Wands, new starts are in the sky. I think this is something the Knight of Swords comes again. The Knight of Swords, the truth being revealed. The King of Swords here. Planning, strategies, and death. Oh my goodness me. These are why I come back to this reading. We have something that has captured. Nobody wants to see. I grew up in the era of Princess Diana. Nobody wants to see another Princess Diana. We have the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving help. Look at the here and now, planning and strategy, end of the Death card. And we have temperance and moderation and healing, clarified by the Chariot and the Princess of Pentacles. I'll draw some clarifiers. They're all yes cards. I asked, is she considering getting out of a marriage? We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Swords, and planning, the Seven of Pentacles, that Seven of Pentacles coming up again. And we have the Knight of Cups, clarifying that Seven of Pentacles. I think she's thinking about a lot of things. I do feel she's okay. She will recover, but there's something that's gone on that has been horrendous for her. Moderation and healing. I feel she is healing. Is this correct? Is she thinking of leaving? There's some issue here that wanted to come out? And we get the Six of Cups, the past. Because as I said, I did have that dream where she did not want to speak to anyone but her family. Something around the past, the carefreeness of the past. Show me, is she thinking of leaving her marriage? That wants to come out. The Two of Cups. Let's see, that wants to come out. The Hanged Man, interesting. And the New Starts, pausing something, making a sacrifice. A lot coming at her. The Knight of Wands, movement, Queen of Swords. This is strategy and planning, something around money. There we have the Knight of Swords again, the truth. Something's being hidden from us. I want to speak about this Hanged Man. It's almost like we are challenged to find a new way forward when this Hanged Man comes. I can say it's pausing, it's looking at something a different way, and it's sacrifice as well. However, this is about growth and personal growth. Odin hung on the tree in Viking mythology and gained wisdom as a result. This is in many decks you see the light around this person's head gaining new awareness, but this is a process of what are we sacrificing? We're actually sacrificing ourselves in order to learn. We're pausing, taking time out, and this is very much about development of oneself through. It's like what's our goal when we are pausing in this way, and we're looking at something from a different viewpoint. Our goal is the light of awareness and understanding, and this is directly relating to her marriage. Will she stay or will she go? That is, I think, not yet to be determined, but I think whatever has occurred with Princess Catherine has challenged the very foundations of who she is and how she's been living up to this point. This is a person that wants total change, I feel, after whatever it is that she's been through. And we are unlikely to see her for some time. However, I do feel there's going to be some kind of news, potential for breaking news to occur with Princess Catherine. All right, that's what I have in the near future shortly. That's what I have for you at this time. Thank you for tuning in, and bye for now.